Dear globally responsible business students and teachers, welcome to my video on sustainability and marketing. I'm Emilie Cabaud, a French student, and I try to synthesize what I learned on the topic during the first part of the course. I named this presentation a needed compatibility because of today's necessity to be aware of the environmental and social harmfulness of some business behaviors. Let's start. First of all, let's talk about the role of marketing in promoting sustainability and define some terms. Sustainability is the development that meets the needs of the present world without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. This definition was written in 1987 in the Our Common Future report, but is still very accurate. Marketing is the management process for identifying, anticipating, and satisfying customer requirements probability. That's why sustainable marketing focuses on achieving the triple bottom line through creating, producing, and delivering sustainable solutions with higher net sustainable value whilst continuously satisfying all stakeholders. The triple bottom line represents the three different dimensions on which a company should focus: the corporate profit, the people, and the planet. Indeed, the role of a company should not focus only on one of these dimensions, but on all of them. Here are some examples on what marketing can have an impact on. The company's choice of resources, because the marketing can influence whether or not a company should use finite or infinite resources. The people wants, desires, and needs, because the marketing of a brand has a huge power and influence on people's habits. The company's values, do we want our company to have social and environmental values? The internal process, how do we make everybody in the supply chain agree to change some processes and anchored habits to go to more responsible behaviors? Built to order, recycled, and remanufactured products. The marketing can have a strong power on deciding what is the best conduct for a specific company. And the company's choice of suppliers, because the marketing may will to have a greener supply chain or even an entirely green supply chain. The marketing should ensure that the goals of environmental sustainability are not only effectively realized but are also economically viable as well. But is it really possible to make profits while being sustainable? Isn't there a paradox there? Well, marketing needs to promote the conception of product or services of the company, while sustainability implies a decrease in consumption. Marketing is supposed to make people buy more in our consumeristic and globalized world. But, in fact, sustainability only implies a moderate rate of growth in most fields. It is therefore possible to mix marketing and sustainability. New strategies have been implemented since companies started to focus on greener marketing. Their marketing or less is more. Here is the example of Patagonia. They started with a simple essay, and now they are doing even ads or videos. Environmentally friendly product strategies gain better customer endorsement and therefore contribute to long-term profits. It also looks like these companies are telling the truth and are not lying to you by always saying that you need to consume more. Thankfully, a more modern view of marketing emerged and is more and more based on sustainability. Let's take the basic marketing principle, the 4 P's. A modern product would mean that marketers have more conscience on the conception and the resources used. A more modern price would mean that customers may be willing to pay more for sustainable products and value. More modern place would mean that local issues are being more and more considered, and a more modern promotion would mean that there is a shift in the promotion strategies from finite to infinite resources. Here are a few examples. Carrefour is a grocery store in France, one of the leading ones, and they stopped giving free plastic bags to customers even before any law appeared about it in France. By choosing to stop giving free plastic bags, they looked at their supply chain and they saw that there was a problem of pollution because of this product. But price. Adidas decided to create an entire collection based on waste collected in the ocean. They took the plastic from the ocean, cleaned it, and reused it. The shoes, for instance, cost more than more basic Adidas shoes, but the collection worked very well as people are ready to put more money on sustainable products. Place. Marimekko has its huge printing firm in Finland in Helsinki. Going local helps creating jobs and ensuring a certain quality. People love to buy made in Finland products. Finally, about promotion, Monoprix is another grocery store in France. On the 10th of January, they announced on the internet that they decided to stop giving away paper catalogs, and that this way they will save 2,400 tons of paper each year. This sounds very nice, but what do consumers think about it? Will they follow the path driven by those brands? Well, yes. So far, customers bought products or services based on a functional or an emotional dimension. Today, a new dimension is added, the social and environmental responsibility of the company. Some consumers are willing to pay more because they trust what they buy and they want the company's values to match their values. There is even a new category of consumers, LOAS, which stands for Lifestyle of Health and Sustainability. This category represents already a huge segment of the market and is always growing. Moreover, there is a trend of less is more. About B2B behaviors, some companies have an ecological reputation and they seek business suppliers, but are also ecologically conscious. They sometimes also want to build a green supply chain, so to develop distinct advantages over their competitors. Let's now focus on three different strategies for the marketing to promote sustainability. They are build-to-order manufacturing, recycling, and remanufacturing. The first one is the build-to-order manufacturing, which is also called lean manufacturing. Indeed, the firm produces only after an order has been placed. Here there will be a huge savings because we reduce the surplus supply. By reducing it, different consequences will appear. An increase in sustainability efforts, changes in design, manufacturing and cooperation, and it requires enhanced internal marketing, so there is an increase in reverse marketing. Moreover, an increase in emphasis on greenness by marketing will mean an increased focus on green customers, green products, and build-to-order products. With the build-to-order strategy, there are lots of customization possibilities for the customer. A problem is that the forecasting becomes less accurate and it can take more time to create customized products rather than standardized ones. The second one is the recycling strategy. It can be a simple sorting of recyclable material, but it can be much more complex and become a circular economy with the reuse of products and materials. Here, a decrease in reverse supply through recycling mean an increase in sustainability efforts, and it requires enhanced internal marketing and external marketing emphasis on the life of products. The change impact the processing and outcomes, so a focus on internal marketing is very important. If the product design was being made modular, then it is easier to replace only the broken part of a device. Indeed, recycling needs to be easier at the end of the lifestyle. Finally, remanufacturing. Why? Because firms are constantly under pressure to contribute to environmental sustainability, and if we look, for example, at developing countries, there is a growing segment of marginal customers who cannot afford new products now because it's too expensive. Here are the consequences. A decrease in reverse supplies through remanufacturing will increase sustainability efforts, and a decrease in surplus supplies through remanufacturing will mean that it requires enhanced internal marketing and external marketing. Remanufacturing allows lots of saving and even more if the initial product was built to order. Are these mechanisms push or pull? Built to order products are of course pull mechanisms because the customer is at the beginning of the creation. Recycling is push because it allows companies to produce more while reducing the cost. They have more products to promote to the public with good values included. Remanufacturing is both pull and push. Pull because it means that the customer brings back their previous or broken product, and push because of the remanufactured product companies that they can create a new niche on the market. To conclude, a company cannot ignore environmental and social issues, and it is a marketing job to ensure that the public is aware of how sustainable the company tries to be. I created this video based on these three articles here, and thank you for listening.